True.
Sort of these things that you have to look out for every time. We have our map veto up, so let's put it on and go through and see which map we end up
Could we have
playing
Coastline again?
on.
And we're not. Okay, well, that's why we're not going to have Coastline again then.
Coastville eliminated.
All right. No Clubhouse either, which is a good map for Reciprocity. It's surprising to see them ban that, but might have been a good map for Soniqs. However,
Yeah.
Consulate, also a good map for Reciprocity.
Yes, it is. Laxing did quite a bit of work, and Skies actually did quite a bit of work on this map before. The duo really shines on a map like Consulate.
It's not a great map for Soniqs either, as they're the only ones who have played it this season, literally, as in it's only been played once for North America, and it wasn't great. It was a 3-7 against Dark Zero. Dark Zero having the 7, so not the greatest, but I am sure it taught them some things they could improve on.
It's odd to say that the Consulate's just played once so far, well, the second time now in North America.
Yeah.
EU, definitely not the case.
Well, it's been a mix-up in terms of who's playing what, you know what I mean? It's like Clubhouse you saw most picked and most banned, whereas like Cafe I think was the most popular technically in picks in EU, so it varies by region, but I'm sure over the course of the 7 or 14 play days, I think
We'll get some variety.
It might even out a little bit more.
What do you guys think, though?
Gotta imagine something like that.
Actually, yeah.
Very low draw chance though, apparently. It's one of the lower draw percentages we've had.
It makes a lot of sense. I mean, if Reciprocity walk into this game like, we got this in the bag.
Yeah, they are a team that does play a bit off confidence, for sure. A lot of these players, you know, Skies, Fox, Laxing, they all have quite a bit of confidence, and sometimes to the point.
Retro and Mark not as much.
Retro and Mark they got reality in check. You know, they're humble as.
Mark is so down to earth. It's insane.
It's crazy. He's
literally
like subterranean, basically.
Being their hard support, a lot of times he is 6 feet under.
Chud. But it is still a case where we've seen sometimes them struggle a little bit with that confidence in terms of like maybe getting a little too overconfident, and that can backfire on them if it gets read into. They start to slip up a little bit. They lose some momentum, get a little bit of tilt. They have definitely played off of that. I think it's. Specifically, I think Fox has said they are a momentum-based team, and it can backfire on them at times. And that is something I imagine Soniqs are going to try and implement if they can. But of course, if it requires killing them to tilt them, you got to achieve that. And that's obviously a goal you're going for either way. So it's not like you can go, you know what we should do this round is we should kill them to tilt them. So, although you could go for the strategy like Rogue where you do a ton of spawn peaks.
Which, seeing how people like Skies and Fox play,
yeah,
I would not be surprised.
I would not be surprised either.
Susquehanna, I was told. That's how you say it.
If you say so.
Someone wrote it, tweeted it at me, and I'm not really.
All right, Thermite ban. Now, last time they played this versus DZ, they banned Capitao and Pulse. So if Reciprocity has banned Capitao, we will see that played, which wouldn't surprise me.
Ooh, okay.
Interesting choice. They really want to be able to roam then. That makes sense for how, especially Laxing plays.
Yeah.
Laxing will be a lot of times that super late clutch flank, and having Gridlock in play definitely would disable him. Nomad will be in play still, though, for that potentially.
Maestro's away. I'm expecting an Echo to come up from Reciprocity when they go up and play.
I would expect so.
Remove Mira at the end.
Mira, I don't know if as much of a hazard as Echo is currently. But Pulse,
yep.
That was the other band, as I said before, from Soniqs. So they definitely do not want to deal with those underneath C4s. They don't want to have to climb on all the furniture to get all their plants down.
Yeah.
That means Valk cams will be important.
You never want. It's a tip for any young lads and lasses out there: never get on the furniture with your shoes on. You'll just anger your mother, and she will not be happy. And when mom's not happy, it's not a good time.
Oh, of course. That's how it works in this game. Is if mom's unhappy, you lose the match.
Yes.
Skies, is he going to be in line? No, I figured he was teasing that. Playing IQ, something we used to criticize him for a bit, and he got a bit better at it, so we criticize him a little bit less now. The Mira to the Echo, as I said, Echo is a bit more of a threat than Mira, and Avian proving that, or at least trying to, the 6th pick. We'll see if he actually proves it during the round. Garage to start with, though, and of course, that is because of the Thermite ban, right? It's kind of silly to ban Thermite and not start on Garage. That just seems kind of reckless. So they're, of course, not going to fall into that trap. So we'll see whether or not this works out okay for attacking from above. However, They do have the Habana, they have the Thatcher. They don't necessarily have to attack from above and from behind as much because they can still get the wall open. Super going to be doing his bandit thing, which has variable results.
His bandit thing.
His bandit thing. See if he's flying like Superman again. It's always a classic moment.
Attacker's objective is to defuse
Because it happened twice in the same match.
Camera feed up and running.
All right, so who gathers up the momentum for this? Retro was in first in the Capitao. Of course, yes, we kind of exhaust ourselves talking about Capitao and how great he is as an operator. And why you've been seeing a ton of it with the para, or if you look at things just normally with his 249. That's been used quite extensively recently. Skies will drone up the Jaeger and will actually keep his drone
In and out. That was nice. Very smooth. Hey, there's someone in the bathroom. Okay, I gotta go.
Usually, that's exactly what happens. You go to the bathroom, somebody didn't close their door.
Right? Close the stall, please.
Oh, no.
In here, in here.
I'm here, sorry. Sorry. I didn't hear you.
Very considerate of Skies.
Yeah.
Well, they're just gonna jump right on into Console. No problems here as they've droned it out successfully. Good time management in the sense of at least getting into the building, although this is, again, one of the maps you can win mostly from outside the building.
Knock, knock.
Again, Sky's going to re-drone it, though. Just checking. Are you still in there? Okay. I'll just come back to you later. Going to open that. Perfect timing to not hit. And unfortunately, I like the idea. His heart's in the right place. And
foot. Ah, so
still no damage done.
Yep.
Attackers have located a bomb.
He's being held up by two angles here as Fox will drop on down. So there was a black eye that had been preset right by the bottom spiral staircase. And all of Reciprocity realized they need to take away one. I'm not sure if the Jaeger has an exit down to the side. He does. So all of this is just free time being delayed.
So far, no picks, though, for Reciprocity. So despite getting access to the site, getting set up for everything, they're not really that much closer to executing.
No, what will the Jaeger do? Because now he can switch around, turn around, and actually fight his opponents on the site itself. Or he can drop down from yellow. Neptunes will find one, but relaxing, using the AR-33, gets Super, takes him away. Just being sent here by Mark. Nitrocell will miss, but Neptunes will find Mark, actually. It's a 2K for him. And Skies will try to engage into the Valkyrie, but it might be up to Laxing. No, he actually gets lost. It's an Echo as well that has used his drone right above them. Yokai will be eliminated here by Fox as he comes in from the back, but Avian is playing all the way in the servers. Skies will have to plant as Laxing's on the floor and he just keeps on inhaling more of the toxic gas. Go for the plant as all of the Sonics are looking to converge. Should be able to find him here pretty easily. Gets one kill. That's Avian with a refrag. Skies dropped and eliminated. Avian, all done. That leaves two players alive from Sonics. And that's round number one to go their way. But that's, again, on the site that you're expecting to win, given the fact that the Thermite is banned.
Neptunes definitely did a lot of work for them that round, helping push them back quite a bit. Managed to get the one kill and I think the one down. And then Avian coming around from the back definitely saved the day there. Nicely played. I mean, Skies definitely put up a good effort in trying to help penetrate that, but the amount of time they spent dealing with Ghost in the bathroom certainly did not help things. Their time management getting a little bit low towards the end, and their attempt to execute just with no picks. I mean, had they have more spare time, maybe they could have gone for more picks, put some pressure on maybe the backside on Cafeteria, but time management was not in their favor. However, Lobby might be a different story. They can focus on taking the top floor and then not having to worry as much about the basement. See a 6-pick onto a Valkyrie instead of a Castle there. Castle not really all that useful either way, so I don't know if that was really faking out too much other than that they might be going top floor. With 3, Neptune 2. Good work from them. We're going to have the Echo again, this time from Super instead of Avian. This guy's again going to be on that IQ. Retro going to be bringing that Capitao, which is, like I said, not a surprise. He is that window player a lot of times who will bring the Capitao, the Blackbeard, or the Jackal. It's pretty good at this. Although a lot of times I feel like Mark has actually played Capitao quite a bit, now that I think about it. But he's going to be on the Ashe this time, interestingly enough. And Ashe with the defuse. Always a genius plan. Maybe the idea is you just run on into sight. Just shift W and then plant, right?
And then plant.
That's how it works.
Heading out to defuse
No
the
one will
bomb.
see it coming.
No one will see you at all because they're just zooming away. Naruto running at
No
24
hitbox,
miles
he
an
can
hour.
plant forever. Yeah, that's right. He's gonna shift W to Area 51 and just plant.
Not that again.
Oh boy. What? Can that be a map? That would be amazing.
Things that detract from actual problems and such. Oh, that is not a great grenade there, but here's the walk-in. They're going to go for
There it is. Mark ran in as Ash for the plant.
And where's the yokai? It's right in the back, and it's going to
Jokes
get taken
aside.
away. So now Skies can pop up and do work with a 5.52, but Fox will find a kill.
Nice try,
Goddess
Mark.
with a refrag on to Mark. Super coming in from behind. He'll find one onto Skies. This is a 3v4 advantage for the defense. The Susquehanna Soniqs. Now everything dies down for just a moment. As Reciprocity try to recover, but Super is given time here to ferry his yokai back to the site. Goddess will be felled by Fox. Former teammates. Navian. Next one will be lost here. Next to Laxing. Neptune's, oh no. Actually, the Goo Mine slows down Laxing at the last second. Allows them to stay alive. Super isn't spotted just yet, but
Attackers
the attacker should know that he's somewhere close to them. He fires into the back, but he should be heard, and Fox will eliminate him. It's a triple kill here for Fox. Neptunes will rotate back onto the circle desk. The diffuser is being set on the A site right behind the piano. The diffuser will actually hit the floor, and so will Neptunes. Reciprocity. Dismantle the Sonics.
I can't believe Mark actually went for it. I like that he was backed up by Sky so to stop the yokai. But the plant spot, maybe not the best choice. That was definitely exposed. And he probably should have been planting, I don't know where Skies was playing on the other side of the desk, but
It's playing by the bomb chassis.
yeah, that's, I don't know.
That's usually the better spot. Yes.
Yeah, but either way, it was a good attempt, and ultimately led to a success just due to getting kills at that point. It was pretty funny to see the Goo Mine, though, essentially save Laxing's life.
Yeah.
Just in, like you said, slowing him down because Neptune's actually was trying to fire at just the correct time. Unfortunately, though, that gave away his position, and he really didn't need to pre-fire it unless they knew he was there. So maybe a little premature, unfortunately.
Defenders,
And
protect
Laxing
your
ultimately
bombs
lived
being
to
defused
fight
by attackers.
another day and succeed. Lobby a try again here coming out. I can't imagine they're going to shift W in again, but Mark is again going to be the Ash Diffuse carrier.
Mark, what are you?
Are they going to try it? This time maybe with
Bomb.
extra smoke from Retro?
Can somebody check Mark's temperature?
I don't know, man. He got pretty close to getting the plant down. Had the Echo not hit him the first time, I think he actually would have stuck it in time.
So, Goddess and the Valkyrie in this round. And she's going to set up her
10
last
seconds
black
to
eye in
insertion.
the same position that we've seen before, the top of the pillar. Here at the top of the pillar,
5 seconds to go.
bottom of the circle stairs.
Attackers are moving.
Just opening up some extra angles here. It's just the Sonics are expecting the attack to come in from the top floor, which is what usually happens, right? Unless it's a rush, which it was exactly that in the previous round. Sorry, Ghost. Your shotgun shells don't work in this dimension.
Yeah.
So, Fox and Rappel on the outside, just watching in spiral stairs. Nobody spotted just yet. Laxing will set up a Claymore here for any potential runouts. Will protect Reciprocity as they go up the windows and try to assault CEO. Mark droning inside of the office area. And you can see that there's a Legion here by the outline. He's going to get spotted, but will there be a refrag? Oh,
Exactly.
Retro.
It's not the best repel spot either, but at least it almost worked. Mark definitely didn't run into sight this time, although he just might sooner or later. Goo
Bomb
Mines will
located
slow
by
him down,
attacker.
though, if he runs into any of those. But Skies could spot those at least.
Well, Mark, knowing that there's one player potentially close up, and there is one close up to him, the Legion as well holding on to Projector. It's a completely different lineup and setup from Reciprocity on this attack, and the Yokai drones are being paired up and set by Super. Things really slowing down here for both teams. So we have passed the halfway point of the round. But Reciprocity are just now taking him from the bottom floor. Not strategy. Very bold one here, but this might be the opener that they require. Players upstairs, and this is what you're trying to do. You're trying to catch the rotation off through the hatch that had been opened up in the office. Skies rotates up from the back of the spiral stairs. Unable to find anyone just yet.
Slow creep. Oh, there we go. Finally an engagement right into a goo mine.
No damage done to Neptunes as Fox will have to reverse back and take a couple ticks of damage here. Skies will find Super, and it's a big kill on the Echo. Eliminates a lot of potential late round denial and firepower. But you've already seen the drop from Neptunes. He's already down. And no, again, he'll be missing the shots, but is there anybody to fight against him? He's got to find Skies, though. He runs out of ammo in the magazine. Neptune's still 7 rounds left in it. And the SMG-11 has been pulled out by Sledge there. And Goddess will find a double. It's Mark. Grenade thrown right into Neptunes, but it won't do much damage. Goddess will find one more, but it's Laxing and Fox with a kill each. 8 seconds left. And they have to drop on the site. Avian is watching from the top. His Ghost is in the bathroom. No, on the cross is Fox to go down. Diffuser's being set, and it's on the A site. And that's the shotgun from Ghost to dispatch Laxing and give the Sonics a second round on the board.
Definitely a close one there. Time management ultimately hurting Reciprocity, much like it did a little bit the first round, where they spent a lot of time hunting members of the Sonics and ultimately taking a while to get those kills. Once the engagement started going down, they definitely went back and forth, but ultimately not a lot in favor of Reciprocity. A few kills there and a few losses. And plus the jousting with Neptune certainly did not help things from Fox, as he also had his little shark fin sticking up, the hammer. Gave away his position a little bit where he was trying to kind of swim a little more submerged. Avian again going to do the same 6th pick for Garage from Mira to Echo. To no one's surprise.
Protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Mark also going to switch back to the Hard Breacher instead of going for the Ash, which didn't work out so well last round. Technically didn't work out so well the first round either, but they did ultimately frag out for that. See how things go this time now. Reciprocity struggled a bit with trying to actually get their approach to the garage or get picks early. Maybe this time they'll not even bother with the top floor, just go for droning as much as possible and going in through the middle floor, more horizontal attack, or actually attack a little bit from behind. Last time though, Avian was in Archives, and that really backfired on them in terms of not completely clearing him out. So that might be something they look to rectify this time if he does try and play back there. Of course, that is like the safest spot for the Echo to be playing, so it's not a surprise to have him playing there. So they probably should have anticipated that. Good cameras being spread around here by Neptunes to get some idea where the push is actually coming from. And that's something that also will help out Avian potentially to make sure he doesn't get flanked on from any odd angles. As say, for example, he's playing Archives and they decide to go for a drop down into the dark hallway through the hatch. Super trying to catch this drone. Having trouble with it. Said ultimate too many times already. Avian actually trying to put his drone in an interesting spot. Retro trying to do the top floor clear here. As Mark just getting the garage open again. I don't know how early he got it open last time, but this is a good start here within the first 45 seconds. Just get some angles. Last time there was a black eye there, but this time not. So Mark looking to see if they were going to repeat, and they did not. So it looks like we're going to have Neptune in Archives, possibly. Not sure where Avian's at the moment.
Oh, it's such a difficult spot to take down a yokai drone that's on top of the
white van.
White van. Yeah. Some will be ferried back. A Super this time is on the Bandit, as you said.
Finally finds a drone.
This guy's just trying to destroy any utility that's set around here, and he's scanning quite a bit, but he can't really find one dastardly camera that's set inside of the truck.
Ultimately, they can at least EMP the yokai. They need to go for a plant, something they can do. They have 2 EMPs, and as I say that, 1 left now. Smokes and firebolts, I imagine, maybe coming out. Trying to set up for this plant here now.
Firebolt's not being used just yet. They might be preserved for later on in the round. And this Retro will look back. And there's nobody playing close to the yellow stairs. At least you're expecting the Valkyrie as things were before. The Jaeger is very low in HP here. Ghost barely alive. Wire taken away as Fox will find the headshot Skies another one on a super. Neptune's though with a refrag on a retro and a second one as well. The same position, turns for a third, but Laxing will get the upper hand. Leaves Avian and Goddess as last two alive. The Smoke and the Yokai, or the Echo with the Yokais. There's so much time left. Diffuser is going to be set, and actually, oh no! Skies is going to get forced off, but Goddess is instantly killed, and Avian will have to rotate back. And just play in the hallway for the spawn itself. And the last two players of Reciprocity are walking in one by one, but oh no, Avian has the perfect angle. It's the exact one that you need, and it's all been prepared. He fires about it, no! Laxing's just gonna sneak away. Avian will have to walk on back. Fight against his opponents. There's little time left. And that's one shot going off from the Yokai. He'll have to stick that diffuser. And Avian's just gonna stay close to his shield, and Fox pops up and finds the head. A round that got way too close for comfort. Reciprocity able to destroy the Yokai and turn around for the kill. All done by Fox.
Definitely good on Fox. He had a couple of good trades there that he was able to kind of salvage the round from some losses due to just, again, time running out on them. Although they did make at least a plant attempt within a reasonable amount of time, but getting smoked out forced them outside. Lost the diffuser. As you said, that was a good angle for Avian, but whiffing the shot ultimately cost him around. Had he been able to get that kill there, not to mention have his Yokai still left, I think that could have easily been won.
Oh, yes. Definitely so. Again, the Echo with at least one, even one Yokai left is such a huge force multiplier. And I know we're saying this like now with, oh, Echo with only, with at least one. Because back in the day, there was only one Yokai.
Mm-hmm.
And it was still a huge deal in the hands of players that really know how to control it. And
yeah.
Avian is definitely one of those OGs that definitely can run the operator well, but it's just, whiffing the shots did not really give them the best situation.
Mark and Retro not having a great day so far. I think that's part of the reason that Sonics have two on the board. Fox has definitely been trying the last round, and Laxing's been showing up since maybe the second or third round. Skies has definitely actually been the one kind of spearheading a lot of the work in terms of getting those kills down. They're going to try Garage again, though. This is the bomb site that they were primarily banning for. They're going to try and keep playing it until they win it. Which, I mean, I guess I don't blame them, right? If you ban an operator specifically for this, you know you might lose your attacks on it potentially. So you want to make sure you do at least as much damage to them as possible with that ban. Avian setting up some peek holes this time to have some better angles to play from. It should he end up in a clutch situation again like last time. Or maybe even to play a little more aggressively rather than just use the Yokais. I mean, the Yokais were pretty effective in doing what they could last time, especially if they need to call out when the plant's coming out so smokes can come out, anything like that. But he wants to be maybe a little more proactive this time. They're droning upstairs first, make sure that's clear so they can go on in. Fox taking admin. Imagine we might see Retro go in for the clear on the console side, as he's doing the droning for that right now. So they got to do this very efficiently because they keep running short on that time. They do get the garage door open fairly quickly. They have a Thatcher, so I can't imagine that Super's doing enough tricking to really make that too difficult. That they can't, Mark can't open the garage adequately. They did have an anticipation, though, that it would be the garage again, so Mark was back on that Habana. They're going to open up the hole a little bit differently this time, I think. Although it might have been the same way they did last time.
There was a bit, this one is a bit clearer.
Yeah.
The one they had before. But again, because you're playing the Habana, thanks to the Thermite being banned, it's not really super great as a spot. Speaking of super, playing the Bandit again, this say, and it's just right behind the white fan. Fox just opening up that long angle all the way down.
Right in Retro's hair.
Well, it's a good thing he's wearing his beret.
Right? That's exactly what it's for. Plastic.
It'll ruin Capitau's weave.
It's critical.
Oh, you can ask Veli. That's not a thing that you want to do.
Almost 2 minutes in and not a single point of contact so far outside of drones. Again, Reciprocity struggling. I say that. Fox takes down Ghost. Bathroom clear. Now he can go take a break if he needs to. Skies again. Following that up. Taking down Super. That means White Van clear. Now it's going to be down to Smoke and Avian to try and stop a plant. Although Neptune's is looking for a flank. Catches it and fails.
Perfect from Retro to turn around and swing wide into Neptune's. Player that's been doing a lot of work here for the Sonics. And unfortunately, the Yokai drone's a bit too slow in position. And Fox will find Avian. No more of those to worry about. And Fox Last on the Goddess, a flawless round for Reciprocity. They've gotten this down to a science now. Just make sure you don't get flanked on yellow.
Yep.
And that's it.
I mean, yeah, I think they had the basic idea of the Sonic setup. There was some tweaks to it, but overall, you know, they had enough rounds to figure it out. I mean, they spent so much time droning and trying to push from the top down that I think they had a pretty solid idea. And then once they were able to take down Ghost in the bathroom, and then also the failed attack on the Retro, had Neptune's won his fight on the Retro, I honestly think that could have been a much, much better round for Sonics, just because that was the flank. That was the move, and then Super dying right after, as well as just, that certainly did not help things. But I feel like Neptune's flank could have been the game changer had he taken down Retro. I mean, Retro ultimately, that's the only kill he's gotten so far, but still, he was an enormous presence on yellow stairs. As you said, yellow is what they were trying to protect. Fox definitely doing some work with 10 there. Mark needs to find one on the board, especially if he's going to be playing Ash. Carrying a donut around is not the thing to keep that hitbox. He's going to be needing to do some work, but again, carrying the diffuser. So we'll see if they go for another rush plant. Now, they didn't the second time attempt on this, so doubt they will. No console office play at all coming out here from the Sonics, and since this is their last defense round, that means there won't be. Might see that. I imagine we'll probably see it from Reciprocity, but
5 seconds to insertion.
if Sonics can do anything to turn this to a 3-3 tie, show that they've managed to pick things up. But so far, Reciprocity, sometimes the losses are just simply their own time management or mistakes. Fox has been, I mean, he's been such a long-time Sledge player now. He's been doing very good on this role. It just seems to be, especially on Consulate.
Well, Sledge is almost as swole as Fox is in real life.
Should see someone about that.
A Jim, yes.
Dr. Jim? Yes. Oh, they spotted the potential peek there. He's gonna have to be careful that they don't jump out on him.
Neptune is up close, and you're expecting a Jaeger to be in this position. It's not really an out-of-the-ordinary position to be in, and Fox is going to prep a grenade to lob all the way in the back, and it will not connect. Unfortunately, it was not really the correct angle, and the Jaeger will take a bit of damage, but stay alive regardless. There's now 2 grenades lost. The ADS is taken away, but the Jaeger is down on the floor, and is just watching it.
I mean, Mark's the one up here cutting off the cross, but really it should be Retro on the cap tower to burn him out if they know that's where he's actually at. Force him out of position, Fox could actually get the kill, but they're certainly trying. This is a lot of time burn. Mark really needs to get this kill. Skies gets one in the meantime.
And there's one down, and Mark will finish him off, but Avian, on a quick peek from the copy room, will find Mark, and it forces Fox back for just a moment. Sky's watching in. While he was watching before, Retro will take down default cam on the top floor, center console. Fox will now turn away and rotate all the way to the opposite end of the Consulate. Might go in just from yellow stairs. I'm just going to go for the drone. There's a Claymore to guard him as well during said task, and Laxing as well.
They really need to speed this up, though.
Not a ton of time left, and say have to go a bit faster, but what Reciprocity have in their hands here is that extra bit of manpower. Fire in the back. Super will take a bit of damage, but the smoke will be brought out, and this is actually perfect timing for smoke. Can you find the kill? Yes, that Sky's on a super. An extra bit of breaching charge here to open up an extra hole, and walk all the way down to Piano. Ghost will drop in right into the welcoming arms of Fox. And that's a huge kill there, as it leaves only Avian alive. Should get spotted and taken away. That's Laxing for him. And Reciprocity end the half with a 4-2 advantage.
Nicely done. Fox not even taking any damage on that drop, too. That was impressive. As it looked like the bullets just came flying at him, but not a single one hit. And then Laxing catching Avian due to his own shots. Although that actually came dangerously close. The amount of time, though, spent trying to catch, I think that was Ghost in the corner. That was definitely not the play there.
The Ghost in the shell.
Yes.
As he was sitting inside of the reinforced bathroom.
The Ghost in the cubicle sounds more tragic.
Well,
It sounds like a really haunting.
yeah, it's like, oh no, I'm gonna spend my entire life behind a monitor.
And my afterlife.
Oh god, this is so awful. Yeah, because he's a ghost. I got it.
I got in through the
Attackers
computers
need
and
to
now I'm
locate
stuck
and
doing
defuse
Excel
bomb.
spreadsheets. All right, we'll see
playing
Reciprocity
Eve.
also start on the garage. Of course, take advantage of the the thermite ban. Point.
One thing I have to say is that, yeah, see, now you got it.
Yeah.
Isn't it the same thing, though? But Skies has been so effective at clearing roam and anchors.
And Fox, too.
Fox, in general, has just been getting kills here and there on the assault. Laxing has been getting ones where he should easily die in the engagement. If you look at the fight that he had with
I
Avian.
feel like he's like this silent ghost, though. And he's always like that. He just
Yeah, Laxing's just like, oh, where was Laxing? Oh, he
shows
just
up.
here. Yeah, it's...
He's like that on
seconds to go.
defense, but it seems like he was like that on offense as well. He just showed up all of a sudden.
Attackers.
So, I mean, that was what they needed a lot of the times as well, because that's typically what we see is like Fox and Skies go in and do the entry fragging from different entry points. And then that's followed up with coverage from Mark and Retro, and then Laxing he's just such a good roamer, even on attack. See how Fox can do on Mozzie, though. Looks like he might be the one to hang out in the bathroom.
He will be. Fox in the shell. I'm gonna continue with that.
Yeah, no, it's all right. Super. Like, they're not entirely sure how they want to approach this just yet.
I wouldn't be surprised if this led to a backdrop, like a move from the servers, coordinated with a yellow push. You see Neptune's just wasting no time. Oh, this is so great from Soniqs. They are actually wasting no time taking control of the top floor, pushing Reciprocity all the way down to the bottom floor, making sure they just stick to the basement for the rest of the round, where this gives the Soniqs just a big advantage, the ability to control the pacing of the round.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see how much time management, how much time they have left for the actual execute once they clear the top two floors, and whether or not they can force Fox off, because we saw how much of a problem was try and clear Ghost out of the bathroom before. And Fox is definitely going to try and stick here as long as he can before he evacuates. Obviously, he has a hatch to drop out, but Ghost is going to be spotting those pests before they can become exactly that. There we go. Peace out. Almost gets his head taken off on the way down, though.
I hope somebody spotted the Easter egg that was left there, but Fox, again, the sly Fox, as they say. Nitro Cell is going to miss his target here. So Laxing, unfortunate for him on the banner, will not be able to spawn anybody through there, but there's a minute left, and Fox finds the kill. Now another Nitro Cell here being prepped, and it will not connect, unfortunately. No information on players above. It leaves Retro with one more Nitro Cell in hand, and depends on him when he'd like to use it. And this might be the moment, and will connect. Neptunes to go down. Huge focus from Reciprocity on the Nitros. Fox, unfortunately, looking the wrong way. Will be eliminated by Ava.
Not good that it took 3 C4s to take down Buck, though. But at the same time, they still have a man advantage and time advantage here as it's 30 seconds left. And they have yet to really get downstairs. Not to mention, they're so focused on pressure for upstairs, and it's not working. Retro finds another. That's 2 for him, 1 for the C4 and 1 for the shotgun from below, leaving it down to just 2 to make this push happen. Yeah, he's got an air jab, but he's going to have to jab a lot more than air into the site if they want to go for a plan here. As most Reciprocity at pretty good health. Retro only taking some damage at Avian, taking shots on the way down. He's going to rotate down yellow, try and make the play. Air jab does go off, and Retro falls finally, but Skies with the trade onto Avian. See if the Habana can clutch it out here, and unfortunately, it's not going to happen. No defuse, no plant.
Too slow there on the maneuver into the cafeteria, break room. We head into round number 8 with Reciprocity at 5-2.
Strong lead. They can afford to lose a few rounds even. But I can imagine they would like to close this out as early as possible. First console play coming out here. As I said, I figured they would probably play it, even though it didn't seem that Soniqs wanted to. But that's Reciprocity exploiting the opening that Soniqs left for them by banning the thermite. So well played. Taking advantage of that. Sky's going to sneak onto a 6th pick there. That should be interesting. Alibi might mess with them a little bit
Protect your bombs from being
on
defused
console,
by attackers.
especially with all the window possibilities. And heck, even putting it on yellow stairs if they have to go through it or drone through it. Fox up there with 12, though, showing off. He wants to have that big Fox Davide Bucci smile in the interview.
Davide Bucci.
He's like, smile in the interview. What's up? This is Fox. Hey, how you doing, Milo? Just that grin, you know?
Yeah. Look at me, I won.
Yeah. No, but hey, he's earned it this time.
Yeah, but he does those cutie faces. He turns around and gives you that wink and gives you those smiles. And then goes and posts on Instagram and says, hey, I don't know what to dress today. Should I do something? Should I wear something that's like a shirt that has like a fire style to it? It's such a stylish man. And then always wears those gym clothes on. Not really gym clothes because it doesn't really do that. But wear like sweatpants under that are very themed.
You know far more than I would ever want
It's
to.
my friend.
It sure is.
It's a public Instagram account.
This goes beyond friends at this point.
You know when you're very bored and you just keep flicking through everybody's stories on IG, man?
Nope.
No, of course you don't. This is when you're sitting at the gym, you're like, yo, dude, I'm using this machine. I need a 15-minute break to just look through all the stories and all the pictures being posted.
Well, anyways, 40 seconds into the round. Not a lot of action has happened yet for the Sonics. They are starting to get to the building, though, and trying to take control of Yellow Stairs if they can. But a peek here from Fox. He loves to jump out, but he doesn't need to. Unfortunately, doesn't land enough damage there on Avian, but that's going to slow down his approach. Maybe a little bit longer before those air jabs get set up, at least. So, good pick. But, of course, a kill on that would have definitely helped a lot more and helped put them on match point a little bit sooner, potentially. Mark actually playing a risky position for an Echo to be playing here. So he's actually switching. Nope, he's got his own coverage. Spots Avian trying to creep up the Yellow Stairs. It's not going to happen just yet.
He's lost a bit of HP here, Avian, but if only somebody could watch the yokai.
So someone at the bottom of the stairs. Unfortunately, Fox gets droned out trying to help his teammate out here.
Oh, pre-fires. We'll take a bit more damage here as Mark falling back for just an extra moment.
Here we go. Fox with Neptune's nice.
He gets 2 Neptunes of Disguise and Fox. A perfect kill here from the Skylight. Now leaves only 3 alive, but Mark will find Goddess.
Finally a kill for Mark.
Eliminate the Habana, and again, reverse repel. Not really much that you can do against it. Neptunes with a 3K. As he's rotated off and put himself by the eastern windows. Laxing, ready to kill him. Repel. He does hear Ghost moving up right above him.
A bomb has been located.
But the angle is just off to the other side. That'll be lost and force Laxing back, and he's unsure of which position to watch here. Super's turning in the corner. Super loses the fight. Actually, he trades it. Right.
Well, fortunately for Sonics, they were able to pull that off, keep away from match point a little bit longer, give them much more of a chance to actually win still, because of course if it goes to match point, the best they can get is a tie, and 1 point doesn't do them a ton of good. I mean, as long as they stay ahead of TSM, though, they're in a good spot at least, but that does still force them, of course, if they're in 7th place, to still have to play relegations. I said with no auto-relegation, they're not in that much better of a spot. We will see Console attempted again, and I gotta wonder if part of the reason we didn't see the Sonics play Console is they feel like they have a good attack for it, and of course we're afraid of that similar attack coming out for them, and feel like it's a vulnerable site, and that they'd rather play lobby. Fox going to sneak off the dock. Retro going to be the one to take up the Echo this time, so Mark can switch over to the Jaeger.
Defenders, protect your
little
bombs from
changes
being
here and there.
defused by attackers.
They're going to try and adapt now that they've seen the attack of Sonics. They're going to be a little more prepared for it. Avian on the Yellow Stairs was definitely the source of contention, but it was really Neptunes from the Skylight getting those 2 free fed to him as they tried to contest Avian. I mean, I liked what Fox was trying to do to support his teammate of Mark upstairs on that Echo, but just not knowing if Skylight was clear before he did so and just trying to go for the play. Unfortunately, it was really Skies, though, trying to get the trade on it. That probably was not the best. I mean, I understand what he was going for, that, you know, Neptunes wasn't going to be expecting a second one to pop up there, but he hadn't quite gotten off of his aim yet, and his job was to hold that angle, so you didn't really gain much advantage, unfortunately, just in terms of surprise. But either way, Reciprocity, you're still 2 rounds away, potentially, from taking this for today. And now that they've got an idea how to play this, the Sonics are going to have to make some minor adjustments as well to make sure they're not as predictable in this attack. Fox with a nice cam there that sees quite a bit. He's going to spot down just below the tree. Mark going to play aggressively on Yellow Stairs this time to try to hold it back instead of playing it from just upstairs by the desk. See if he can do the old Jaeger thing and hang out on yellow stairs as long as possible. Late cam there, might get spotted, might not. There is an IQ from Ghost, but he might actually be watching for it now. And he's going literally right over his head.
It's actually something we rarely get to talk about, these like late black eyes being thrown out, because
A lot of times it's sacrificial.
yeah, because a lot of times the IQ is just going to run around and watch for utility early on in the round, not later in it. So maybe that's something that would work out.
These ADSs are just getting fed. Was that all three?
All three. Everything has been burned.
Well, they're going to have to expend all their utility if they want to get Mark out. And guess what? They got Mark out, but he didn't die. And that's more important, I think, at the end of the day. Although it's not like he's been impactful kills, and thankfully doesn't die to the grenade or even take any took some smidge of damage.
Now, I like Avian bringing the Nomad here, but maybe the Capital would be a better pick. Just clear out players up in yellow.
Yeah, it didn't get banned, so.
And air jab, still one of them left, and oh, on the run out. Oh, unfortunate for Avian. And he was stuck in reverse repel. And Slaxing will find one Goddess on the refrag onto Mark, eliminating the Jaeger as he was walking on back. Actually, no, it's just still upstairs. That's some lovely music. Can we go back to that? Nitro Cell outside.
Fox.
Ghost looking the other way.
Oh, boy.
All done, but there's still the Zofia here to watch for, so Super is up close, and he's on yellow. I might need Laxing to rotate up through the main stairs, as see the Yokai is being set up by Retro. Super has no more utility left to use on the Zofia, as everything was used to clear out the ADSs set before by the Jaeger in yellow. Fox doing so much work in this round, and just keeping up the pressure, at least making noise. So his opponents in Sonics don't really know what to do against him, as Smokes just throwing them back on yellow.
30 seconds left, though.
They're just trying to clear Fox here, but it's a bit too late. You can watch down as much as you like, Neptunes. Super will find one. Oh, he sees the edge of the body. Fox is just making more noise, but he's got no Nitro Cell to use. Retro is watching for a cross. As Laxing will find one. That's a double kill for him into the round. Super will find Retro in the bathroom. Laxing on the cross will get Super. It's Laxing another on the Goddess. A 3K.
Well, that puts it at match point, guarantees the 1 point for Reciprocity, but they need to get the win to try and keep things up at the top of the leaderboard. Obviously, they'll still have 7 more play days after Monday as well to do that, but they need to stay on top as much as possible because you see how competitive the top of this leaderboard is. Garage again, because, well, why not abuse it? They won it the first time, so they had to go to console. Took them 2 tries, but that gives them a chance now to go back to Garage and not have to play lobby just yet. And if they win this, they don't have to play it at all. So maybe they can pull it off this time, but if not, I don't know. I feel like there's a chance Sonics could pull back one more round here. Hard to say. 6th pick there from Fox. Get those extra ADSs in.
I don't know what's going on in chat.
No one ever knows.
What's Gotes like Goddess, but like as great as well. I really hate that thing.
The goat?
Yeah. I really don't like it.
Just call everyone the sheep instead.
So everybody can.
It sounds a lot less flattering.
Wake up, sheeple.
Yeah.
It's all a ruse.
Good drone denial here will help stall things out a little bit from Retro.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
I would love to see, if this is the last round, I want to see Mark show up. And last time I said that, he did. So let's see if he can do it this time. Come on, Mark. 2 kills, you could do better.
If he doesn't, the game isn't over.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, exactly. The Sonics have to win the round. You have to throw the round if he doesn't get at least 2 kills.
So now Fox playing inside of the bathroom, and I won't make the obvious joke again.
I think in a way you just did.
Just snaking through people's heads. Super checking for the mute jammer here, but he's gonna have to deal with it himself. And Mark playing by the servers. A lot of goo mines can be deployed around the backside, but I assume that he put his first 2 or even 3 goo mines close by the yellow stairs, which is usually what happens. If you're playing the Legion, if you're going to play away from the site, you put your initial 2 or 3 goo mines close to the site, and then the rest is spread around. You leave 1 or 2 in the back pocket for later on during the game. And pretty much the same time. We've seen the same setup from Soniqs. Is around 2 minutes 5 seconds left on the clock. They're already in control of top 4 and are opening things up to get the piano.
Well, Fox trying to play the bathroom again. This time instead of playing the Mozzie, he's going with the Jaeger so he can provide ADSs for himself. Neptunes, unfortunately, can't quite find the angle on the Fox, but Fox knows exactly what he's trying, waiting for the peak. But also, there's drones coming out, it sounds like, potentially. Deployable shield coming out and being called out as well by Neptunes. Certainly trying to stop him, but he's not really finding an angle, and that's just going to continue to burn time if he can't do so. It's only been a minute and a half of the round, though. There's still time left to work with, but Fox staying up here is really what it's about. Avian does manage, I think, to sneak his drone all the way through despite the mute jammers from Retro. And that is going to call out his position so they could try and pre-fire him. He spots the drone, though, but now he's going to change positions on them. And now they're really going to have to fight this. He might be on a suicide mission as they've cut off his rotation out. But you know what? He's going to take Neptunes with him.
Oh, very well done here by Fox. Takes Super to come in and finish him off in the bathroom, but
better than 3 C4s.
That's a big kill on the Buck. There's under a minute left, and there's Nitro Cells abound. At least 2 of them should be available here for Reciprocity. Actually, no. Nitro Cell's already been used by Laxing. Where's Retro? Does he have anything left?
He's the one who got the kill with his last time. Nope. Doesn't look like Laxing has it.
No, Laxing's not, and there is one for Retro.
Okay, there we go.
No information on that one. It just goes away for free. It's a 4v4 at 30 seconds left, and the smoke of skies should be doing work now. Just holding on to yellow. Laxing setting up. Play against those pre-open holes by the Soniqs. There's like almost no time left. There's nobody moving down just yet. Will anyone dive through the hatch? It's got to be held here by Retro if need be. And finally,
10 seconds to go.
see a peek. Super to find 1 kill, but mark on the refrag onto Avian. 3v3. Fuser being set in the back as the Legion will go up close. Cool mines have already been popped up. That's 1 kill. Super will find one on the skies. Pistol whipped out by Mark. He's solo on HP. Laxing will find Super. And leaves only Ghost alive here on the AQ. We'll have to play this so far away. You might see a dive, and that's exactly what Laxing's looking forward to. So focused on things, and Ghost cannot hear where his opponents are. He'll sneak right past him as he finds one dropping down. They're going for the 1v1 fight. Ghost with 1 kill as he walks back into the site. The Claymore we're protecting for just a moment. Laxing turns around but gets shot, and Ghost will clutch it off of a huge mistake from Reciprocity. And the Soniqs will stay alive. And as you said, Devin, if Mark is not collecting kills, we're just going to keep on playing.
He got his 2.
Not enough.
But that's what I asked
Fate
for.
deserves more.
That's what I asked for, and I'm glad Mark delivered. I'll let it slide that they lost the round because Mark delivered.
Cutest delivery boy.
Too many cute people on Reciprocity, just as a whole team.
Everybody.
It's like a boy band.
Everybody on Soniqs is cute as well. Everybody watching the stream right now is cute. Thank you very much.
I think you're
beautiful.
Overusing the word, and maybe it doesn't mean anything at this point.
No, everybody's beautiful in their own way. Hey.
If it's in their own way, that becomes kind of meaningless, doesn't it?
No, because... My friend, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
You weren't prepared for that one.
I am very prepared for that one.
All right.
It is very much in the eye of the beholder. You might see something that is not considered as pretty as I consider it to be. So, it just depends. How are you analyzing? I'm sure for someone out there, you are the most beautiful person in the world. To me, you're all beautiful. Have a beautiful day.
Someone's just going to clip that and just use that. There's their morning affirmations.
Yeah. I went to the gym today and I was listening to Bob Ross and I had a cabin show up.
10 seconds
which is always great because that's when you know your day is going to be good.
5 seconds.
So what is this, the Bob Ross horoscope?
Yes.
All right.
Cabin chance 100%. Beat the devil out of it.
All right, well, we'll see if they can succeed on Garage the second time. They're still on match point. Soniqs would take 2 just to draw it here. I feel like that's maybe unlikely to happen. That was a close last round. Reciprocity almost pulled it off, just couldn't stop the defuse from being planted in time. The smokes unfortunately didn't come out. And Mark just pushed a little bit too slow to stop the defuse successfully. Had he succeeded, I feel like that might have been it. And that would have been the end of the match. But Soniqs at least have some idea how Reciprocity have adjusted as well, and they're going to try and adjust in kind. Fox, though, has again changed his operators. I got to imagine he's still probably going to be playing in the bathroom, although I didn't see exactly where he is. But it does look like he's downstairs, just not in the bathroom. He's going to be in top of Spiral. So no one playing the bathroom this time, possibly. Which is unfortunate, but at the same time, I can kind of understand because Fox realized they were putting way too many angles on it. It was getting too predictable, and he probably wasn't going to get away with it this time. So smart adaptation to live a little bit longer as he is their top fragger at the moment. Laxing trying to catch up.
Detected a bomb.
Again, the same time as we had in the previous round, and so it's around 6 or 7 seconds too slow. At least compared to the previous couple of rounds where the Soniqs were going up to this top floor and just clearing things out.
Yeah, to be just clearing the top floor still in the 30. It's Laxing as well to take down Avian. That's huge utility. That's their smoke gone now.
Yep.
With the Skies and Retro still left alive as well, not to mention 3 C4s potentially. Probably not looking so great to get a plant down this time through the front door. So they may be looking for a back entrance this time, and Cafeteria probably going to be the play. They hear the hatch getting opened. Fox knows that as well. C4 is going to come up to try and catch Neptunes, but too little too late. Don't fire it too early. Come on, get some intel first, please. You guys have been using those way too loosely.
And see, they doubled down. They have now 3 nitro cells as they had before. It's just different setups. Marcus pretty okay Miro, and unfortunately is going to get that nitro cell spotted and destroyed easily by the AQ above. Fox looking to pounce from the back. The drone was watching the flank, will be eliminated. Laxing and Fox are holding on to the Archives hallway.
They know it's going to be a back push. You see them all rotating. They're droning, though, and they realize it's actually cleared out here, and it's going to be a yellow stairs push, potentially, but they have no smoke to cover it.
That's really the biggest problem, and having Reciprocity all present at full HP and with nitro cells, your walk-in is not going to be that great, and there's so little time left. It's a huge advantage. Balance of power swings the way of Reciprocity. Yokai drone will be eliminated by the IQ, but Skies will take down Ghost. Diffuser still being set in the back as Super will find one, but there's a second Yokai. The Habana of Goddess will turn around and find the kill on it, but there's little time left. Neptunes will find one. Fox with another, but Mark will stop the diffuser right then and there, and he'll show up as Reciprocity take the W at the end of the day. Soniqs will remain with only 1 win so far in Pro League.
Good attempt by the Soniqs, but ultimately, just it's a hard battle to fight Reciprocity. It's just, I mean, you're already a team that is struggling down in second to last place. To fight a team like Reciprocity, yeah, it's not going to be easy, and especially with Fox and Laxing going off like that, yeah. Skies was doing kind of putting him up there a lot earlier on, and started to play a bit more of an anchor role with the smoke and things like that towards the end, and so of course he was going to be a little bit lower on the kills, but I think he definitely showed up. All 3 of them absolutely did, and overall that's why Reciprocity came on top.
That's
but
usually what you need. I mean, you have Fox, Skies, and Laxing. They're playing well, and then you have their support between Retro and Mark.
And that's why Mark didn't have to get too many kills, but you know what, you delivered, buddy. So if you're watching this, thank you for getting those 2 kills. That's the second time when I've asked.
Can we get some easy claps for Mark in the chat? Thank you.
Next match, can you get them earlier on? Just, you know, to make things easier.
Anything for you, Devin. All you have to do is ask.
All right. I did.
But overall, great match from Reciprocity. Soniqs has some pretty good rounds as well. I really want to highlight the fact that their thermite ban was decently exploited when they were playing on the defense.
But by both teams.
You kind of expect it to happen.
Yeah.
But we have an interview set up here, our final matchup of the evening. Let's have a quick chat with Fox. Evening, Mr. Bucci. How are you doing?
Hi. I'm pretty good. How are you?
Pretty okay here. It's like 6:30 a.m. So you know how things be at this point in time. But congratulations on your victory here against the Soniqs. One thing I want to ask you straight up, looking at the operator bans, did you expect them to go for the thermite ban? And if you did or not, how did you deal with it on your side?
Yeah, we definitely expected them to do that. We scrimmed them like a while ago, and they're just, if any team's gonna ban something like different, it's definitely them. Like they banned thermite a lot on Clubhouse and on Consulate when we scrimmed them. So I don't know. We just kind of expected it going into it just to counter it. It was actually funny. We scrimmed them, and I think like we got slapped on our garage takes one time. And from that day on, we just started practicing with like not having thermite, and I think that's what really like helped us for this. So, yeah.
Ended up working very well. See, sometimes this is how you learn from your mistakes, right? So I really want to talk about your rush into the lobby when you were on your attack. It was the second round. How do you plan these sorts of rushes, and how often do you think they might be necessary or even applicable?
We were definitely hesitant on doing the rush, mainly because we tried some out at Valencia and they never worked out. And that's one that that we like doing fondly, and it just kind of worked out how everything went. Yeah, I don't know. We don't like doing many rushes, but sometimes it's just you have to because the opportunity's there. Especially the way they were playing it, they had like 2 in admin, 1 in CEO, and then 1 like bathroom yellow. So it was like either way you go, you're gonna end up fighting. So why not just push the front door?
Makes sense. Your roam on the Valkyrie was very impressive, and then obviously you were top fragging there. But looking at the scoreboard, it was you, Skies, Laxing, and then of course your 2 supporting players between Mark and Retro right up behind you, but as their support roles. How is things going on here, especially the fact that you're all playing in the same house together? Is this something that you can explain more for the viewers out there that don't know what it's like to kind of play with your teammates in the same house and really seeing how that sort of combination works out?
Well, of course, being in a team house allows us to have a lot more time together, so we're able to come up with strats and pretty much say things. Any idea we have, it's like we can all just pretty much say it at any point in the day and have everyone have a good understanding of what we can do. Everything's done really quickly. Besides that, I mean, like in the house, at least with all the players on our team, we're all very comfortable with playing roles. So even though maybe our 2 supporting guys were at the bottom for this map, maybe a different map or a different day that you see us playing, I'll be on support, or Skies will be on support, or Lax is always on Thatcher sometimes, so he's like on support, half support, but we're never going to put him on Heartbreach. But besides that, it's like everyone can play everything, and then in the house, every like idea we can like say at any time. So I don't know, everything's just very fluid.
Very fluid, very flexible. That's a very good thing, though. But anything you'd like to say to your fans out there after your victory? Because Reciprocity, I think you guys this time are really eyeing that spot for Japan, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the event everyone wants to go to because it's the first APAC LAN that every region besides APAC can attend to. Japan's beautiful. I know we leading up to the seasons, we've always like made it close, but not just quite there. Always being 3rd place or something. I think this season we just tried to fix up a lot of little mistakes and really perfect certain things that hindered us previously, and now we can finally be the vision and the team that we know we can be, which is like the best team in North America. So that's our goal. So of course, yeah, we're gonna hopefully make Japan, but there's still a whole second half of the Pro League season, so we're just trying to get every point we can for the first half and practice for the second half.
I'm sure your fans are looking forward to all of that in the future. Maybe I'll be out there. But Fox, congratulations again on your victory against the Soniqs. We'll see you on Monday for your final play day of this first half of this season. Thank you very much. Good night.
Good night.